Now, the recent spate of abductions in Kaduna State has once again brought the military's competence and integrity under serious scrutiny. But the military isn't backing down. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, who visited Kaduna State after the abduction of another set of 87 people, vowed that the military will go after the terrorists. Let's share the story by our correspondent, Lupe Asom, with you.
The alarming increase in kidnapping incidents within Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State is disturbing. In the latest attack, at least 87 individuals, including minors and babies, were whisked away from Kajuru station. This incident follows closely on the heels of previous abductions, bringing the total number of kidnapped individuals in less than 2 weeks to 162. The Defense Chief, General Christopher Musa, has come to Kaduna to assess the situation and coordinate efforts to ensure the safe return of those kidnapped. Expressing grave concerns, General Musa emphasized the perpetrators' agenda to undermine the federal and state governments, portraying them as weak.
Abduction, as we know, is a social activity. People are doing it for their own sake. Some are doing it to bring down the government, to make the government look weak. But we guarantee that this will end. We are doing everything possible to ensure that we achieve success, and we will achieve success. We are also trying to stop it, to make sure that it does. But what we require is for Nigerians to give us support. Most times when we get information, it comes in a bit late. Before we react to get there, it is late. But we're happy with the way people are responding. You can see from what happened in Delta State, how Nigerians are responding. Everybody supporting the armed forces and the security forces. That is what will ginger the troops to continue to do more.
He issues a stern warning to the perpetrators, reaffirming the military's unwavering commitment to safeguarding citizens.
But you, the parents, we know you have been spending sleepless nights. We equally are doing the same. We are with you in this. I will continue to be with this. And Your Excellency, want to assure you that we will put in everything possible. We are making some adjustments to ensure that Kaduna is secured, the Northwest is secured, Nigeria is secured. Because everybody is tired of what's going on. And for those individuals that have sworn that there will be no peace, they will have no peace. We will ensure that we follow them up wherever they are. And those ones that are sponsoring them and encouraging them to do the same, for their own good, they should stop.
Here in Kaduna, like I said, we are doing everything to ensure that we protect the lives and properties of our citizens. Because we believe the protection of life and properties of our citizens is the most important responsibility of our government.
As efforts intensify to address the crisis, the collective determination to restore peace and security in Kajuru and beyond remains steadfast. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
BK, well, I'll come to you on this. One would ask, what is happening in Kaduna? We had 287, we have about 16, now have about 87 abductions. So why? What is happening in Kaduna? Why these abductions?
Security had improved in Kaduna significantly. Even the notorious Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, security improved. We no longer read about those abductions that used to happen on that highway. There was a time it was always happening, culminating in the attack on the train. But suddenly, we are seeing these attacks, especially in this Kajuru local government, Chikun local government, and Briningwari. The place where those 297 children were kidnapped is along the road to Briningwari. Everybody knows that Briningwari is probably the most dangerous part of our country currently, because Northeast is largely a lot safer now than before. But a lot of those Boko Haram fighters, especially the Ansaru faction of Boko Haram, they are present in Kaduna in good numbers. In fact, Kaduna is their headquarters, and they operate from Kaduna to some parts of the North Central, including Abuja. So what they exploit is the fact that it's difficult, and the Chief of Defense Staff said it, that sometimes, because of the bad roads, before they respond, they will have gone far. Look at where those children were kidnapped. The nearest military base to it is 35 minutes drive away. Wow. And there is no network. Even those who went to the place, these journalists who went to the place to see what happened, they couldn't find their stories until they got to the state capital. So, naturally, the school should not even have been opened. I've said it repeatedly because I can see that in Borno State, they solved that problem. After the Chibok school attack, no more. The days that happened was
in Yola, was in
Dapchi. Dapchi is in Yobe. You know? Yobe. So, but in Borno, they relocated the schools to the state capital, and because they will now need bigger schools to accommodate everybody, they began building mega schools where you can actually have up to 70, 80 students in a class. You know? So, Kaduna is now in the news. They've got to do something different. This chief of defense staff is from Kaduna State. Is a Kataf man. So, it's really embarrassing.
It is indeed.
And when he said that some people are doing this
to undermine the
government and prove that the government is weak, I believe.
Really?
I believe too.
I believe.
Why?
I believe because, look, when you remember what happened to Jonathan, the moment he couldn't deal with the security issue, especially after the abduction of those Chibok girls, people started saying Jonathan should go. It's a form of blackmail. You will never know that some people behind the scene are funding terrorists. At least we know now. UAE released to us up to 400 Nigerians who were funding terrorism in our country. We've not forgotten. Despite the fact that the last administration refused to put them on trial, there's no way we will forget. They released the facts that we needed to us. So I want to believe that some of these things are being engineered by some people underneath. And to hear that we cannot defeat banditry unless we negotiate with them is embarrassing, to say the least.
Absolutely.
The military has to come with maximum force. They have to visit maximum force on people who are making life unbearable for our people, especially in Kaduna State. And the CDS knows that if anywhere has to be safe, it has to be Kaduna State, his home state. Not because we expect him to have divided interest, divided attention, but because it's a statement that some people are making. Right. That, okay, you are CDS, but you can't protect your state. Yeah. It has to stop. It has to stop. I could feel anger in his face. This is a man who succeeded in Borno State. He was an excellent theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole. Now he's been elevated, and you can see what is happening in the state. Something must give.
Indeed, something must give. Mayor, your perspective on this and how can this
I also believe that there must be some forces behind all this.
Right.
And why I say so is that, why is it that recently this state of this incessant kidnappings are becoming major issue in Kaduna State? Yes, we've had kidnappings before, but now it seems it is coordinated, it is targeted at certain communities within that Kaduna State. What I would advise is that, one, the Kaduna State government for now should make sure that they do not put schools in areas where there cannot be security. Like you said, that's one. But to back that up, it's important that the security forces take battle to these people. According to Gumi, he claimed that when he was negotiating with these people, there used to be government officials with him, which presupposes that we may have a fair knowledge of the area where these guys are.
Yes.
Right.
So it is important for us to take the fight to them. We should not react to them. You know, what we are doing now is reacting to them. Yes. When they come, they kidnap people, the government, the president tells them, go after these people. They go into the bush and start looking for these people. They should not do that. They should take the battle to them.
Right.
They should take a battle to them and make it difficult for them to be in a position to kidnap people. And then one thing which you have to put in place is that, what we have to know is that these are not bandits. These are terrorists. They've worked before in Borno. They are used to this kind of thing. Why they get themselves involved in kidnapping is because they want to use it to raise money. Because now, the money that they used to get from ISIS has reduced. The kind of cash flow that used to come with foreign fighters and all that have reduced. So there is need for them to raise money. And the easiest way to raise money is through kidnapping. It's easy. They will just say, okay, you pay money. They do that. They will make more money than for them to go and rob a bank or to go and rob an individual. So we have to accept that and take the security there. And then we've all been saying it. We have to also work on our security architecture. That is why the National Assembly must speed up this state police thing. Right. The more security people we have on ground, the better. Because part of the problem now is that the Nigerian military is overstretched. They are supposed to be like a backup to the Nigerian police, but they are everywhere now. They are in Delta. They had issues recently. They are in Borno. They are in Nigeria. They are everywhere, and they are overstretched. So that is important for us to do a security architecture that will be able to be in a position for us to contain these terrorists that are making things difficult for us.
Indeed, that's where we have to leave it for now, gentlemen, because of time factor. Thank you so much, Mayor Akinpelu, for your insights on the discussions this evening. And as usual, Babajide Kolade Otitoju, thank you so much.
Thank you
for your time on the show. Well, that's it, folks, on today's edition of Journalist Hangout. Don't forget, you can watch a repeat broadcast of the show tonight at 11. Join us again on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Esther Mapariola. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.